Tired of the negativity? Looking for a shot of optimism? Well, I have an inspiring story to make you smile right after this. This episode of Misfits and Crackpots is brought to you by the Well-Crafted Story Workshop. Struggling to connect with your audience and attract new clients? Transform your speaking skills at the Well-Crafted Story Workshop with Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson and yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. In just 2 days, master the art of crafting compelling speeches that convert listeners into clients. Whether in-person or virtual, you'll get personalized attention in an intimate group, learning not just from expert coaches, but from fellow entrepreneurs. Don't let another opportunity slip away. Get your free story blueprint today at wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com and turn your story into your most powerful business tool. Your success starts here. Visit wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com now. You're just a well-crafted story away from 7 figures. Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Misfits and Crackpots, short, inspiring stories for busy people. I'm Dr. Danny Brissell. This is a podcast for those interested in extraordinary stories about ordinary people and companies. Consider it your dose of positivity and inspiration for the week. Sarah Blakely said, having a mental snapshot of where you are going, and what you are moving toward is incredibly powerful. This week's success strategy: visualize success. Born into a family that valued hard work and perseverance, she learned from an early age that success rarely comes easy. Dad was a minister, and Mom was an elementary school teacher. Pillars of strength and quiet resilience, her parents instilled in her the importance of visualizing one's goals, no matter how lofty or far off they may seem. So, from a young age, she developed a habit of envisioning her achievements well before they materialized, whether for a school project or a community event. Growing up in Los Angeles, she would lie awake at night throughout her childhood, painting vivid pictures in her mind of the triumphs she dreamed of achieving. She would imagine herself standing tall on the winner's podium, reaching heights that others could only imagine, or, more to the point, failed to imagine. Indeed, she had developed an ingrained belief that with the right mindset, she could achieve just about anything. This ability to vividly manifest her deepest aspirations would become her secret weapon in the battles that lay ahead. Known affectionately as chicken legs by her peers due to her slender build, deceptively slender as it turned out, she grew accustomed to people underestimating her. Instead of becoming defensive, she wore her nickname as a badge of honor, as she would prove time and again that strength isn't solely a physical attribute, but a mental and emotional one as well. See, her road to success was paved with obstacles that would test her resolve. At the peak of her career and amidst her own personal transformation into motherhood, her long-standing sponsor, a global brand she had represented and fiercely championed for years, turned its back on her in a moment of shocking betrayal. This pivotal moment could have utterly shattered the spirit of a lesser individual, but she saw it instead as an impetus to redefine her path and leverage her personal brand. She used that rejection as fuel. The fire of tenacity and self-belief within her burned brighter than ever before. She steadfastly refused to let this cruel setback define her journey or deter from the winding road ahead. Instead, she channeled all of that remarkable energy and vision into creating something truly remarkable of her own. She launched her very own pioneering business venture from the ground up, intended to be a shining beacon of hope and inspiration for those who dared to dream big. As always, her critics and naysayers doubted her. She never let it deter her. With a vision as clear as the summer sky and ambition that couldn't be constrained, she poured every ounce of her heart and soul into her new venture. Determined as ever, she chose to build an enduring legacy that would uplift and inspire generations to come. Each step she took, from sketching out logo designs to negotiating contracts, was a testament to her grit, resilience, and outright refusal to ever surrender in the face of adversity. And as she toiled meticulously and with great care to construct her empire brick by brick, she did so with the same fervor and laser-focused intensity that had fueled those childhood dreams as a young girl all those years ago. Every roadblock she faced was met with a renewed sense of purpose. Despite the daunting prospect of going head-to-head with established industry giants, she was undeterred. She used the visualization technique she had mastered to plan her business strategy meticulously. Each product launch, investor pitch, and marketing campaign was rehearsed in her mind's eye before it ever saw the light of day. This thorough mental preparation allowed her to navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with confidence and agility. Her company's initial launch was a resounding success, resonating deeply with a demographic that had been yearning for representation and genuine support. Her product spoke not just to the physical needs of the customers she served, but also addressed their lifestyle and values, integrating performance with purpose. With characteristic determination, she had created a brand that would reflect her values and address a gap she had long noticed in the market. This brand would not just sell products, it would empower, support, and understand its clientele, particularly women and mothers like her, who often felt overlooked by mainstream brands. She had envisioned a company that went beyond mere commerce. This vision included extensive community engagement, advocacy for women's rights, and substantial support for working mothers, intertwining her personal convictions with her business model. She pictured every aspect of her company, from eco-friendly production lines to inclusive marketing campaigns that featured real people rather than idealized images. As she built her business, her other career continued to soar, although she kept this aspect of her life discreet until her business achievements could stand on their own. Too often, athletes are not taken seriously when they enter the business realm, as their past accomplishments overshadow new ambitions. But the girl once nicknamed Chicken Legs had already found unprecedented success as an athlete on the track. As she raced, she obliterated barriers, but she never really saw them as such. Through intense visualization, she saw what others could not: success at the finish line. With an extraordinary collection of records that would leave even the most battle-tested and seasoned competitors alike feeling waves of deep envy and humility, she has obliterated long-standing barriers with each thunderous, ground-shaking stride she has taken around the track. Her unwavering determination and commitment, honed through years of intensely visualizing her success down to the smallest detail, have propelled her to stratospheric heights of achievement that few athletes in any sport have ever dared to dream. In hindsight, the former sponsor that so unceremoniously dumped her had probably done her and the world a favor. Neither Nike nor any of the other major manufacturers truly addressed the appropriate needs for women athletes. She would create her own footwear and apparel brand. She named her revolutionary new company Seiche, from the French word sèche, which means wave. Choosing the name to represent the idea of a fresh wave that the world needs, her goal was to create an entirely new wave in her industry. And that's precisely what she's done, leading a seismic new wave that has reshaped the athletic apparel landscape. The sprinting champion who refused to be denied, who manifested her dreams into reality through sheer grit and determination, has emerged as both an iconic athlete and a powerhouse entrepreneur. She has been an unstoppable force that has broken records and launched an empire on her own uncompromising terms. From the hallowed tracks of the Olympic Games, where she turned in performances for the ages, to the mahogany-laden boardrooms and office spaces where she constructed her trailblazing entrepreneurial empire, she now stands as a towering beacon of inspiration. Through her story, we see that true success is not just about reaching a destination, but about imagining the path, facing the obstacles with resolve, and ultimately paving the way for others to follow. Her journey teaches us that with vision and determination, any barrier can be overcome, any field can be revolutionized, and any dream can be realized. In a world that all too often tries to stifle, diminish, and limit our vast potential before we've ever taken that first daring step, she has proven time and time again that the only true limits are the artificial ones we place upon ourselves. She is a trailblazer who launched her empire after facing corporate adversity, someone constantly showing the world the remarkable feats that can be accomplished by those who fiercely run towards their goals and refused to ever be denied. She's an unstoppable force who would rise to become the most decorated female Olympian in track and field history. Allison Felix. See, friend, inspiration is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another inspiring story about misfits and crackpots. Misfits and Crackpots is a production of Success Media, produced by Terrence Wishner. Sound effects by Alessandro Lucati, courtesy of Pixabay. Thank you for tuning in. If you love today's story, there's so much more to explore in the book Misfits and Crackpots by yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. Grab your copy now on Amazon and dive deeper into the extraordinary lives of those who dared to change the world. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with fellow misfits who love inspiring stories. See you next time.